For me, forethought is absolutely essential. I actually do all of my lesson plans in forethought, and then if a teacher is willing to share their lesson plan, it's easy access for me to actually come in here and look at their lesson plans, and I can actually design a plan based off of tentatively about what they're working on. Sometimes the teachers have certain attachments or something that they don't actually put into forethought, which then I cannot use. So that can sometimes become a bit of a problem. But it is nice to see that I'm on track with what they are concentrating on, different things like that. And then the other thing for me that is absolutely wonderful is this scope and sequence, where I can come in here and click on high school, do English, come in here to English 3, but then I can actually go in and look at the overview of what I'm supposed to be concentrating on while they're out here. This right here is my main go-to that I really can only find here in forethought, and it is great. So it gives me what we're concentrating on, what the students need to be doing, their TEKS, which is great, and then any recommended resources. And this is my go-to for my lesson planning, and I access it all through forethought. Put something together, but because of these linear patterns and different things, it makes it takes away so much work, additional work that I would have to do if I didn't have it. Well, the thing for me out here is a lot of my students are already super behind. So my biggest goal is just to try to get them caught up at least a little bit, and hopefully so that when they do go back, they're not completely lost when they go back into their home campus and everything. And I hope my goals are to really try to get them a little bit better at reading and a little bit better at writing, and then just hopefully get them as close to caught up as possible, so that when they go back, they're not even more behind than they were when they came out here.
As a teacher in the traditional school, the benefits of using forethought is we have the year at a glance, so that all teachers in the district from all 9 schools, we have a time frame in which we are going to be doing each unit, and all schools are going to be on at the same time. So like right now, our students are going to be doing the force, motion, and energy. They're just now continuing that, so all schools would be talking about that. Also with that, we have all the standards. Each school, in forethought, we have all the standards, the state-aligned TEKS that each student is supposed to be working on. And so at the school level, we are able to have in our PLC times, we are together with our partners and making our gauging and targeting tools. And so we know exactly what we have to teach. We know exactly how we're going to assess it. So we make our assessments before we even start taking and making the lessons. And so that is already put in here. And then what we can also do is share with other teachers in the district, so that any activities that they have that are working, we can share those and use those. And then also with the students that do get sent out for discipline reasons to the AEP program, we can also share with that teacher at the AEP program, so they know exactly where we are in our lesson plans, because they can just click on the calendar and look at what day, keep up to date with what we're doing in class. Our notes are going to be in here. We can also put our elaborations, any type of activity. In this particular case, this is 8th grade, so we use the Gateway program, and so all the activities are going to be the same that are in at their school. And so most of the time, though, the teachers send us the work that they're doing, but just in case they need extra work, not just busy work, but like to increase the, not really to increase the rigor, but keep the rigor up, we're allowed, or we look at this and we find exactly what they're doing. And there's also different activities. So we have our activities, but in this we have plenty of information that comes from the other teachers. And so no matter what school they come from, because like we have Bowie, Travis, Austin, all the different schools, this is a good tool for us to be able to look and see what those kids are doing and keep up with the teacher.
I think they helped us a lot more because they had a lot more free time with us. They had one-on-one time a lot more, so it was a lot easier. I think it is that the teachers help you so much more. I think that was the biggest thing. Because they're there with you 24/7. There's not very many kids. I think that the education was actually a lot more like helpful. Because at home campuses, we get the notes and everything there, like with us. But it's like whenever we need help, we have to go for extra tutorials, and some people don't have time for that. But when we need help there, they were just already there to help us. And most of the teachers, like, they know exactly what they're talking about, and they know exactly how to help you in every subject. So it's really well because they can just sit there with you for like the entire hour pretty much, and they only have a couple other kids to help, but they can get you all help. All the teachers, like, they knew like exactly how to do like the subject they were going over, and they had the books to help all of us, and they had all of our work there, and they had they did the work themselves and then showed us how. Yeah, I learned a lot, and it was a lot more helpful.
Guidelines, and then they're actually doing work that they wouldn't have done. And if they were doing that work in the regular traditional school setting, they were here, they can't do because we don't do group work or
And
partnerships.
there's no peer pressure to goof off.
Yeah.
They like
I had-
the routines and procedures.
Exactly.
They like the old school teaching.
One of the things
Yeah,
that I've
it
seen
is,
right
yeah.
here is that, you know, I found lots of kids that can't read, can't
Yeah.
do the mathematics, and they're not afraid to ask for the help.
Yeah.
Hey, will you read this to
So they
me?
don't want to
And
make
even-
fun of.
They don't want to
So they won't-
remediate in front of everybody and their friends, yeah.
You
Even
can't-
in here, like in 8th, we normally don't do group work, but I have a few students that you can trust that they're going to stay on task and they want to help somebody else who's struggling. And especially if a kid who's really shy with me, he or she is not shy with another student.
Yeah.
And if it's one of those kids that I can trust, I'm like, yeah, sure, go help him. And they'll sit down in like 2 minutes. Oh, I got this. And it might be the same thing that you said, just because it came from another student.
Perfect.